Zach Dixon here from Zach Dixon Coaching, and today we're going to be talking about the importance of stepping into uncertainty consistently over and over again so we grow and we're happy in the process. So a lot of people say to me, Zach, how do I make my life more exciting? How do I make my life, more out there? How do I expand as a human being? And the easiest way to do it is step into uncertainty right now. Step into the uncertain that you don't know what's going to happen in that moment. That's what's going to make you grow. It's going to challenge you to bring out the best in yourself, to show who you really are in the process. So by stepping into uncertainty, it can be different ways. It's just a simple way. It could be jumping out of a plane, like in a simple way. You jump out of a plane, what happens? You're going up, you're shooting up in the plane, you start freaking, you're like, oh my God, can I do this, blah, blah, blah. And that's just normal stress. That's what happens in everyday life in uncertain situations. You're worried about what's going to happen, and that really shows how people deal with stress. People talk to themselves. People start freaking out. People start scratching. There's all different ways how we handle stress. But in that moment, why that happens is because it's so uncertain what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. What's going to happen when we jump out of that plane. But once we finally grab onto that handle and the person we jump out there, that's when we feel the most alive. We're alive and awake in that moment. We're screaming, thank you, yes, I'm finally jumping out of a plane, this is the best, thank you, God. In that moment, that's what you're saying to yourself. You're stepping into uncertainty. It doesn't have to be jumping out of a plane, it could be anything. Anything that's uncertain in your life, that's what's going to make you grow, and that's why it's there. It needs to challenge yourself. It's there to challenge yourself. Uncertainty faced creates a transformation in your life. Uncertainty hidden or uncertainty that you pull back from imprisons you to a life of boredom, frustration, and low self-esteem. You must step into the uncertainty every single day. Whether it's so small, sometimes, you can't step to the extreme uncertainty, but sometimes you can. When you have an opportunity to, just go for it. What's the worst thing that can happen, right? That's what we say. What's the worst thing that can happen? You might get rejected. You might fail. Whoop-de-doo. It doesn't really matter. Because you're going to learn from that experience and you're going to do better the next time. And that's what's going to make you grow as a human being. That's the best part of stepping into uncertainty. You don't know what's going to happen. That's the thrill of it. It's the surprise. It's the unknown. That's what we want. That's what we need to feel alive. And if you're bored in your life in certain areas, we all have different areas of our life. But if you're bored in certain areas, step into uncertainty. Do something that you would never do. Surprise yourself. You challenge yourself. Go into it with the frame saying, do you know what, I'm just going to do it. If it doesn't go the way I like it, doesn't really matter because I'm going to learn from the process. Go in there like you're learning, like you're a school kid. Okay, I'm going to learn. You just walk in there and you'll learn about it, and the next time you go about it, you'll kill it the next time because you just went through it the other time. The most successful people in the world fail. They don't take it as failure, they take it as feedback. And that's the difference between the quality of someone's life that's exciting and someone of quality of life that's boring. It's a simple distinction that is. So live passionately every single day, step into uncertainty, and boom!